And you can catch Dominic Tortis, who you just saw in that package from Racing Home Initiative, speaking to Alex Steedman on Luck on Sunday, which repeats after live racing concludes a little bit later on. We've got 3 more races to go up at Catterick. Let's head back to Niall, Mark and the paddock.
And we're going to pick up Showtime Homes for Grant Sheeran, Harrison Shaw.
Made his seasonal reappearance at Sullivan. That was the back end of last month. Finished 5th, only been 2 1/4 lengths. I'm sure he'll have improved for that outing. And he's back to his last winning mark of 70.
Yeah, plenty of his local owners here. Been doing a documentary about him, and good luck to them. Mark of 70, Harrison Shaw on board. Drop back to behind him. Number 5 it is, Bowman, who has had wind surgery, and he's well handicapped in all form and trained by Mark Johnson.
Yeah, very well handicapped in all form. Down to 65. His last win was in June of 22 when he won at Epsom over a mark of 82. Only the 2 starts for Danny Brook, including at Southall on his most recent outing. That was over 6, returned to 7 not to suit.
Number 10 is Run This Way, who was very much in the market 3 weeks ago at Thirsk on a reappearance, but well held.
Went off 100 to 30 favourite that day, never really got competitive. That was his, her first run since wind surgery. Hopefully make a step forward. All 3 career wins have come with ease in the ground.
Number 9 is Red Rose Zorro, a regular around here. He's 10 years young now. Conor Beasley, jockey change, is now on board.
Yeah, remarkably having his 31st run at Catterick. 8 wins, 9 places in there. Did really well for the now retired Eric Olsen. He's had 8 starts for Chris Kellett, including 1 win round here. That was back in May of last year.
In behind is Highfield Viking, successful at Thirsk on his penultimate start.
Yep, that was over 7 furlongs, £4 higher here. It's had a run over a mile since. That was at Pontefract, finished 4th. Back to probably what is his optimum trip.
Just not about to get on as we pick up number 3, Mutanaaseq, who again a regular around here.
Yeah, he had a terrific season last year. He won 4 from 16. All those 4 wins came over course and distance. Doesn't seem to mind easing the ground, and he's only a pound higher than his last win, which was in September.
6 is Rusco. You can make a case why he'll run well. You're just a little bit worried about ground drying out?
Yeah, possibly so. Ideally, he'd want probably officially soft ground, wouldn't he? Had a fantastic season for Donald McCain back in 2021 when he won on 5 occasions. Hasn't won since. That's 16 races ago now. He's £18 lower than his last win.
Number 4 is Slingsby 2 from Michael and David Eastby. Haven't seen Michael, but David is here.
Yeah, David's here. He's had 1 start so far this season as Slingsby by 2. That was round here over 6 furlongs. Never really got involved, but he's a previous course winner.
Okay, John and Mason about to get the leg up and make their way down to the 7 furlong start for the 5th race of Leven.
Thanks, Niall. 0 to 70 handicap. And a 15 to 8 favourite in the form of Highfield Viking for the book now for 8th of June handicap. Showtime Mahomes, a 4 to 1 second in, with Highfield Viking well clear at the top of the market, having bolted up over this trip at Thirsk. Heavy ground though, 15 to 8 as it stands. Just 8 days on from finishing 4th over a mile. He drops back a furlong, and now we can hear from his trainer.
Joint trainer, Sean Quinn, the other one, and surely he's meant to be doing these night races and you should be tucked up at home, no?
There we are. We split it, but I love Catterick anyway.
Back and trip?
Yeah, back and trip. He didn't appear to get the mile of Ponty. Still ran well. We think 7 round here will suit him.
Fortunately for him, we'll always be reminded about the sister.
There we are.
Any resemblance at all?
He tries hard, and he's a nice animal, but he's a bit to go. But there we are.
Yeah.
There we are.
I wish you well here. Breeds at the weekend, and I have to buy Breeds is Goodwood. I have to buy Newmarket.
Yeah, we've 2 fillies in the listed race at Goodwood. Breeze, who's she didn't have a lot of luck last year, but she was placed in Royal Ascot and placed in 2 stakes races and just cutting the line at Glorious Goodwood and the Whispering Angel. She's in very good form. We run another filly called Our Town, a Wootton Basset filly who won in France.
Yeah.
Filly we like. Aya Dubai goes back to Newmarket. We're going to drop him back to 6.
Right.
He's in good form. And then we have
Titan Rock at Thirsk Cup.
Titan Rock, Thirsk Cup. He needs drier ground, but if it keeps drying, we'll run him.
Yeah.
And 3 or 4 runners at Thirsk. So we'll keep rolling.
You're getting busy, and I suppose like everybody else, you're looking the ground to dry out a bit.
Yeah, we need the ground to dry and the weather to get better, but hopefully we're going the right way.
Good stuff. Good to see you. Best of luck.
Thanks so much.
Okay, that is John Quinn. He's got Highfield Viking. And there he is down at the start. Jason Hart knows him well. He's confident the drop back and triple will suit him. He may well just sharpen up for a bit of race. When he won at Thirsk, he was slowly in the stride, and he might just, with a bit of racing, liven up, and that's fair.
Yeah, he was drawn right along the rail, wasn't he, that day at Pontefract, and as you said, took a bit of rousting along. Similar story when he won at Thirsk the time before, but back to 7 furlongs, looks as though it'll suit him, enjoys a bit of cutting the ground. He's 4 pounds higher than his last win, so he's not too much higher, and needless to say, should be very competitive.
Okay, he's 74. Showtime Mahomes is 9-2, second in. A horse at the partnership, the Muff Punt partnership, and knocking plenty of sport out of.
Yeah, they are, and they had another winner the other day, Ridden, I think it was as well.
Carl Burke, too.
Showtime Mahomes. He's had the seasonal pipe opener. That was at Suddle over 6 furlongs. The return to 7 will probably suit him. I think he might be more of a 7 furlong horse. Now has his first run on grass in September of last year. Doesn't mind a bit of cutting the ground. And Grant Hughes' horse is in good form. Winner on Saturday, winner on Sunday.
Okay, he's 4-1. Rusko next in. Slipped down to a workable mark if he can capitalise on it.
Yeah, he was third last time out. He's got 5.5 lengths to find with Highfield Viking on their meeting at Thirsk back at the start of this month. No doubt he's well handicapped. 18 pounds lower than his last win when he had that prolific winning season for Donald McCain. Hasn't had a win since, but he's certainly down in the ratings.
Showtime Mahomes mentioned the Muff Punt partnership. It was Mr. Irrelevant who won for Grand Tour at Ripon. Yeah,
I think the horse is in again within the next 48 hours.
He's declared it Doncaster Thursday night, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Right, 7-4 Highfield Viking. Showtime Mahomes second and 9-2. Rusko we've mentioned 11-2. Bowman's interested, isn't he? Again, from a handicap point of view, we saw the yard had a winner with Nay in her staying race, and he's well berthed to attack.
Yeah, he's very much so in stall too. I think the return to 7 will suit him as well, even though he does have winning form over 6. But 7 looks his optimum trip. Useful horse in his days with Mark Johnson. Once reached a rating as high as 92. He won at the Derby meeting at Epsom a couple of years ago off 82. So there's no doubt he's a well-treated horse. He's had a wind operation, which might well bring about some improvement. Picked up for £6,000 back in February. Just had the 2 runs for Danny Brook.
Okay, tack adjustment in Vundle Park. Billy Loughlin's just got off down at the start, so we're going to be a little bit late off here. You see the tack adjustment taking place in the centre. Speak about him, son of Mason, and Billy Loughlin on board first time.
Yeah, had a spell with Carl Burke, had a spell with Gemma Tutty. 7 runs for Sarah Ender. Still looking for his first win for his current yard, but he's a dual winner during his career. One of those was in a cellar, one with a bit of ease in the ground, but he does have a fair bit of ground to make up with both Highfield Viking and Rusko on the meeting at Thirsk at the beginning of the month.
Mutanaaseq, for a horse who has won 4 times over course and distance, he's not your typical Catterick horse because he can miss the break, he gets a long way back and flies home.
He does, yeah. He had a remarkable year. He kept busy last year, had 16 races, but he went up nearly £20. 4 wins all round here over course and distance. Various ground. He's won on quick ground, he's won on slow ground, but he needs to step up on his last run, which again was over course and distance. Arguably, in fairness to him, he didn't get the clearest of passes when the race was warming up.
Yeah, he goes for Grange Park Racing, who were on the mark with Riot Island in her first race, trained by Simon Whittaker. This 9-year-old, we know, trained by Ruth Carr. Billy Loughlin still not quite on board of Vundle Park. Looks like he's about to get the leg back up now. As we look at a few more, Slingsby 2 for Michael and David Easterby.
Yeah, 1 win round here. That was over 5 furlongs in the summer of last year, and he's back to exactly the same mark of 65. But he was well held, although the blindfold came off fairly late on his reappearance, so he probably didn't get the chance to show what he's capable of that day. That was over 6. He's another who steps back up in trip.
Amazing run this way. Went off favourite last time out. Well held, 28-1 today.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough for her. Certainly needs to step up on that reappearance run.
I can see why they're going to back up and trip a little bit. Just looked badly outpaced early in that.
Yeah, and having won over 7 in the past as well. So I think the return to 7 ought to suit. Certainly won't have an issue with the ground. And again, rating is very good. 56 this evening, having won off as high as mid-70s in the past.
And Red Rosaro, we tip our cap to him. He's 66-1 outsider, but as you already pointed out, no stranger to Catterick.
No, definitely not. 8 times win around here, 9 places. Always enjoyed he always has enjoyed a bit of cutting the ground. 6-7 furlongs, fairly versatile trip-wise, on a good mark, but was well held on his reappearance at the beginning of the month.
Trained by Eric Olsen, we missed him on the circuit.
We do, yeah. Eric did remarkably well with him, as he did with so many good sprinters over the years.
Absolutely. Okay, go behind they are loading forward now eventually, just a couple of minutes past post time. Pace-wise?
Yeah, the horse we've just been talking about, Red Rose Zorro, I think he'd be handy, won't he, even though he's drawn fairly wide in stall 8. Jason Hart can get Highfield Viking in gear early. I think he'd be fairly handy from 3. And Bowman, quick enough, would you say, from stall 2?
Yeah, you would think from stall 2 they'll want to utilise it or certainly not give it away, so if he can break on terms, you'd imagine he'll go forward. So, yeah, Highfield Viking, still fewer convictions than several Offaly's.
He has. Well, he's only had the 9 tries on the turf. He's won twice. He's been placed on 3 other occasions, so he hasn't run too many disappointing races so far.
And good to hear from John Quinn that hopefully get a good season ahead.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Breege does this season, because she ran really well last year. I don't think she won, but
she needs a slice of luck.
Yeah, she did. I remember one day at Goodwood, it was terrible conditions. The oak tree, exactly. She just got caught close home. She certainly deserves to win a good one.
Okay, last couple going to go forward. Rusco will complete the lineup. He will go into stall 4. David Allen on board. Let's get back to Darren and get the call.
So at the moment, Slingsby 2 is just getting a little bit worked up in the stalls. 1 or 2 of the others being set off. Now Rusco is in. That's it, all in. And they're off, racing over 7 furlongs. Slingsby 2 a bit slow to stride.
Under Donnybrook, 3 runners. That's the second winner. Nay won her staying race. Dream Deal out of luck in her sprint, but this lad Bowman back with a wind surgery and back in the winner's enclosure in the hands of Jack Garrity. Big run in second from a good old Red Rose Zorro, 10 years young for Chris Kellett and Conor Beasley. Tight third, favoured far side Highfield Viking for John and Sean Quinn, Jason Hart, and this side Mutanaaseq got the pace to run at, and he's flown home to make it interesting for third. But Bowman's your winner. Yeah,
good evening for Donnybrook. 2 winners on the card. Billy Garrity on the first winner, Jack Garrity on board this horse, and he's made the most of his plummeting rating down to a mark in the mid-60s. Previous winner in the 80s in the past. Wind surgery since we'd last seen him, and the gap opened up nicely along the rail. A horse who was stepping back up to 7, that's almost certainly suited him. And a blinding run from Red Rose Zorro, because he's gone pretty hard out in front, and he's only given best till late on.